up. I just ain't on him enough.
Yeah. What? You better get this, cause you ain't gonna come on. You just talking. Yeah, you ain't doing. What you doing? Everything. I know. You gonna have to.
See, this right here is where I step in and draw the line. We gotta get this together, and we gotta get it turned around fast. Cause we got bum-ass Jadeveon Clowney thinking he like that, talking trash to our young pup. Then you also got George Pickens dragging on Marshawn Latimore too, man. Let's talk about it.
Shout out to Juan Gotti Talking Sports. You know what it is.
Shout out Juan Gotti Talking Sports.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries? Like...
Stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, and shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty love again now. She's confident.
So I'm chilling, and I get a notification from my guy Pedro Schmidt. His video dropped where he said Josh Connolly Jr. got called out by Jadeveon Clowney, and basically Jadeveon Clowney said that he sucked. And I know by now you probably done saw the video. So after I seen that notification from Pedro, I look on Twitter, and lo and behold, it's getting flooded on Twitter of Josh Connolly Jr. getting called out by Jadeveon Clowney. And you also had Marshawn Latimore getting dragged on by George Pickens. And I'm just like, bro, like, nah, we can't go out like that. Before we get any further into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. If you're trying to go to a game, concert, or any live event, SeatGeek is the place to go. I actually got my tickets for week 1 against the New York Giants using SeatGeek, and honestly, I use it for all my event purchases. What I love about SeatGeek is how simple it is to find the best deals. They rate every seat on a scale from green to red. Green means you're getting a great deal. Red means it's a little overpriced. That way you know you're buying with confidence and getting your money's worth. Plus, they even offer protection ticket plans so you don't have to worry about your tickets getting lost or stolen. And the best part about it all is they're hooking y'all up with the code. Use Juan Gotti at checkout and you'll get 10% off your first purchase. Again, use code Juan Gotti at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I want to be the team that's doing the trash talking. I want to be the team that's punishing the opponent and letting them know, yeah, like, y'all can't with us. But instead, that's what was happening to us. And I'm not even going to hold you. Jadeveon Clowney, like, his career ain't panning out to be what it was supposed to be at the end of the day. But, I mean, he did do his thing on Sunday. But at the end of the day, Jadeveon, but we ain't about to sit up here and act like you that. Like, let's be for real. You ain't that. And for my guy Josh Connolly Jr., I seen a lot of people start to, turn on him and start to question him and so on and so forth about his play through the first 7 weeks of the season. And the one thing that I'll say about that is I'm not upset at fans that may be questioning the draft pick or maybe questioning the overall play of JCJ throughout the first 7 weeks, because there was red flags from beat reporters back in the summertime. But the one thing, and this is me erring on the side of caution, that I would just always continue to beat through people's heads is, hey, it's 7 weeks through the season. You know what I mean? And I get it. Some people could say, well, hey, Juan, look, I know it's 7 weeks through the season. I know he a rookie, but sometimes, man, you could just tell when a guy has it. And quite frankly, at this point, there's really not much that JCJ has done for me to kind of defend him on a consistent basis. I will say, though, I will say I felt like in that Chargers game, he was pretty good. I felt like he's shown his spurts of being able to hold his own in the pass game. More specifically, I think I've been slightly more impressed with his run blocking at times. But again, he's wet behind the ears, bro. He's the same age as me. I think he's like maybe 23. You know what I'm saying? And it's like not everyone gets it like that. And I can come up here and say what I want about Jadeveon Clowney in terms of him not being a guy that has panned out to be what he was supposed to be coming out of South Carolina years ago. But at the end of the day, he is a vet. He is a guy that is always on the roster, and teams seem to need a Jadeveon Clowney at times. And of course, when you have a guy that's in his 7th game and you have a guy going up against someone that's been in the league a decade plus at this point, I'm sure he's going to get the best out of him at opportunities. More of the story, what he said was he sucks. I'm not getting enough opportunities on him. He can't block. I think that's the more chilling part of what he said. I get it. A lot of it may be fabricated or it may be hyped up due to the kind of success that they were having against Washington's offensive line. But notice how, I don't know, I felt like the offensive line wasn't as bad as it seemed until Marcus Mariota came into the game. And you got to understand as well, the pass protection may not be as horrible as it seems, because look at the things around them. This was one of the best units on our team, and quite frankly, the most healthy and consistent unit throughout our team, and hopefully that stays the same. But adding Sam Cosmi back for his first game, there was some. I think Dan Quinn talked about it. Like there was some mental errors, or there was some, some things that they had to work on. It's his first game back. You throw him back out there, right? You have him next to Josh Connolly Jr. for the first time. Like maybe that could have caused something as well with the communication and so on and so forth. And look, it just looks bad because of how things ended. I mean, on the play, Jaden Daniels, I could be wrong, but I think he got sacked that one time. Maybe, I would say maybe twice. But what I vividly remember, obviously, is the one where he lost the ball and got hurt. And prior to that, this offensive line has been keeping Jaden Daniels upright. He's been keeping him upright. And I think Marcus coming in that flash and in that spurt, that's what caused things to break down. Everything was breaking down at that point, right? Once Jaden Daniels got hurt, once they recovered the ball, once the defense gave up another score, like, shit was over. And Mariota came in at a time where they had nothing to play for. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, don't let me talk to you as if Jadeveon, what he had, 2 sacks or something, I think. Like, don't let them fool you or let me get to talking like he was dominating or like those were sacks that came when the game was still in breach. No, this shit happened once everything broke down. Like, I'm sure at that point I probably could have got a sack. Right? Like, once you play free, once you already have the game in the bag, once you can just pin your ears back, once the backup quarterback is in the game, like, what are we talking about? But at the end of the day, that can be a microcosm of Adam Peters, right? Both of these situations. Notice how I haven't really spoke much about Marshawn Latimore's case, because when it comes to Latimore and George Pickens talk, it is George Pickens. Like, he is a dog. Jadeveon Clowney ain't no dog. Like, he's not a dog. He's just a guy that somehow stays around because he's his name. But he ain't that. George Pickens is that. But at the same time, when it comes to Latimore and the lack of me speaking about that specific situation, is I'm just more disappointed in Latimore than anything. I can't be disappointed in JCJ through 7 weeks. I'm just disappointed in Latimore, not just for the play that he's had on the field or the coaching that has assisted and aided his poor play, because it's not just him. I was just in shock that he let him talk to him like that. Like, I'm not telling you got to be physical with George Pickens or whatever, because that's playing his game, and he's getting in your head. Like, I'm not telling him to get you off your game, but like, we know who Latimore was in New Orleans. Hell, last year in the NFC Championship game, or anytime we face AJ Brown, we know who he was. Like they got physical, they got like he just ain't go like that. And essentially what I'm saying is like that's not the Latimore I grew up watching as a youngin. Like that, the Latimore I knew would talk crazy, would just, you know what I'm saying, assert dominance and show you that it's gonna be a long day to all. Nah, he just like, yeah, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Like he just and you got GP over there saying, yeah, I'm that. It's gonna be a long day. Like he just talking this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't stop this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, God, like, damn. Like, that ain't the Latimore I know, bruh. And back to Josh Connolly. A lot of people can hold Adam Peters accountable for that pick, as you should, right? You can hold him accountable for the trading of Marshawn Latimore, as you should, right? And I'm not telling you Adam Peters has been perfect, but that's the person that you have to point the antennas to if you wanted to be upset with somebody. But for me, I look at these things like, okay, you can sit here and say you regret the Marshawn Latimore trade. I mean, in hindsight, of course, like, it's easy to say that. But in the moment, we were all praising it because we realized, my Lord, we have a general manager that's actually going to go out and address problems that we have. We were in a position, record-wise, we were in a position cap-wise and draft pick-wise to make these kind of moves, and we thought this was going to be a move that would essentially put us over the top, but obviously it came back to bite us in the ass because of the injuries, him being out multiple weeks, and then when he played, he looked like trash. So again, hindsight, it's easy to say that, but I don't fault Adam Peters for making that move, because had he sat on his hands and we just rolled with the crew that we had, it would have been probably worse. When it comes to Josh Connolly Jr., what's one thing that you all said the Washington Commanders needed? Another offensive lineman. So maybe he selected the wrong one. I mean, I know the guy in Kansas City's playing really well. I know there's some other young cats out there that's playing really well, but I wouldn't be so quick to judge him after the 7 weeks of his career. I mean, remember, he started off really rough, right? It was the Giants' defensive line for his first game ever with Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, and Brian Burns. Then week 2 was Micah Parsons and Quay Walker and Rashawn Gary, like all these guys, right? And then week 3 is Max Crosby. Week 4 is the week where he finally got kind of a semi-break. I mean, it's still first-round picks on that defensive line as well, but kind of got a semi-break. In week 5, I felt like he looked good, especially getting out in space, especially run blocking, especially on that Bill touchdown. I liked what I saw from him. And in week 6, another solid performance, I would just say the least. And then week 7, again, I don't think he was piss poor, but like it just so happens like the offensive lineman, it sucks because you don't hear their name unless they're doing something bad. Whether it's false starting with Connolly having a couple in the last couple weeks as well. That's penalties that are causing us. But I'm confident in the young fella. Like, you got Sam Cosmi and Laramie Tunsil in that room. Tyler Biotish in that room. Like, those are some vets that's been around. And if there's one guy that I think is going to be able to take JCJ under his wing, it's Laramie. You feel me? So I'm confident in that aspect. I just had to come on here and defend my boys. Because I don't, it's one thing to talk shit, but it's like, damn, they hear it from Dallas, bro. Like, that just makes it sting even more. So, DQ, we got to get this turned around, man. Please, I know I've been talking all week long about how the season over. Y'all know deep down inside, I don't want it to be over. Come on, look what I'm rocking. I don't want it to be over, man. I don't. So, let's shock the world, man. Let's turn this thing around, man. And, come on. That being said, it's always been Boy Juangotti. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 12,000 subscribers. I'll catch y'all a little bit later. Peace.
Never gave a damn. Ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.